Today's video, we're going to be learning how to factorize and how to use this same factorization method in multiplying large numbers. So stick with me till the end. What is factorization? Factorization is to factor out. That is to bring out a common number that can divide the numbers in the question. That is, factorization means looking for what can divide a number without remainder. Let's look at an example on the board. Factorize 14x plus 28. So if I have 14x plus 28, I'm going to look for a common factor between 14 and 28. That is a common number that can divide 14 and 28, and it must be the highest common factor. So 2 can divide 14 and 28, but we're not going to use 2. 7 can divide 14 and also divide 28. We are not going to use 7. 14 can divide 14 and also divide 28, so we are going to be using 14. So if we use 14, that means we are factoring out, we are bringing out 14. I divide this by 14 and also divide this by 14. 14 cancel 14, I have left there s. 14 divided 28 will give us 2. I have x plus 2, and that is our answer. So we have factorized 14, and what we have left is x plus. So now let's look at example 2. We have 36x plus 24y. Now again, we're going to look for the highest number that can divide 26 and 24. So we have 2 can divide, we have 4 can divide both numbers, we also have that 6 can divide both numbers, and also 12 can divide 36 and 24. So 12 is the highest number, so we are going to take 12. If we factor out 12, that is, if we bring out 12, we use it to divide both sides. 12 here is 1, and 12 into 36 is 3. 12 here is 1, and 12 into 24 is 2. So I have in brackets 3x plus 2y, and that is example number 3. Factorize 12x squared y minus 9xy squared. Again, we are going to look for a common factor between 12 and 9. That is a number that can divide 12 and 9, the highest. 3 can divide 12 and also divide 9. That's the only number that can divide 12 and 9. So we're using 3. So I'm going to bring out my 3. Then if you watch closely, you'll see that there is x and x. So both x is common to both sides. So we're going to bring out that x, because x is here and x is also here. But we have y here, but there is no y, so we are not bringing out y. Y is not a factor, it's not a common factor. So I'm going to divide this by 3x and also divide this by 3x. If I do that, 3 will divide 12, and that will give us 4. X will cancel out x. 3 here also is 1. 3 divided 9 is 3. Remember, this is minus. We write our 3. X will cancel out x, and we will be left with y squared. And this is our final answer. Number 4, factorize 12x cubed minus 15x squared plus 9x. So now the common factor that we have between 12, 15 and 9 is 3. That is, 3 can divide the 3 numbers without remainder. So I'm going to bring the 3 here and write it here. So if you notice, you see that we have x, x, and x. So we can bring out 1x. Why are we bringing out 1x? Because you can bring out 2x from here, because we have just 1x. 1x from here and also 1 from here, because we have just 1x with the 9. So 3 here is 1, 3 here is 4. 1x will cancel out 1x. We'll have x squared. 3 here is 1, 3 here is 5. 1x will divide 1x here, and we will have 1 left. 3 here is 1, 3 here is 3. X cancel x, and we have 3 there. So our final answer becomes 4x squared minus 5x plus 3 And that is our final. This factorization method can also be used to solve some multiplication questions. For example, if you are asked to multiply this, you see that it's a large number, multiplying 35 times 38 plus 35 times 62. Now, if you want to multiply like this, it may take a very long process. So you can apply that method to solve this. Now, if you notice, you see that there is 35 here and there's also 35 here. So I'm going to bring out 35. If I bring out 35, I divide this by 35 and 35. 35 cancels out 35. You see, I have 38 left. 35 cancels 35 plus I have 62. So this gives us 38 plus 62 is 100. Then 35 times 100 gives us 3,500. So you see, it's a simpler way of solving multiplication and addition very fast. So we have example 2, 181 times 15 minus 81 times 15. Again, you will notice that there is a 15 here and also 15. So we factor out 15. I have 181 minus 81. This gives us 81. 181 minus 81 gives us 100. 15 times. You can also use this same factorization method to solve a question that has fraction like this. So if we have 5 over 6 times 230 minus 5 over 6 times 14, you notice that we have 5 over 6 here and we have 5 over 6. So we're going to bring out that 5 over 6 and we have left 230 minus 14. So this gives us 5 over 6. 230 minus 14 gives us 216. 5 times 6 is 30. Put down 0, carry 3. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3, 8. 5 times 2 gives us 10 over 6. So now we're going to divide. 6 here is 1. 6 in 10 is 1, remaining 4. 6 in 48 gives us 8, and 6 in 0 is 0. Therefore, our answer is 180. If you enjoyed this video or you learned something, please give me a thumbs up and also subscribe. Drop some comments for me in the comment section and stick with me next week. Thank you for watching.